All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the San Francisco 49ers. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. Rock it. Sponge. No. Shift. Watch the shift. Yes. Watch the whip. Get it.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
61, matchbox lights. Bravo. Watch the edge. Go, Mike 51.
Here's second and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long.
Check. Hey, Foxtrot. Big Griffin.
Operating from the gun, Robertson. And he's able to find Diggs. A third down gain of 19.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Here we go. 60 yards. 80 weapon. Check the backer. Slam. Alert flare.
On first down, here's Breida. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Watch the run. Jim. Joe team spill. Cut. Snap.
On second down, a run with Breida. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it third and 10. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's third and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Watch the run.
From the gun, Robertson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay,
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
The Vikings take over. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. At their own 20-yard line.
Set. 60 outlaw. Chopper.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Looking to throw on second down. Skinner gets this one to Hill. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. If I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
That one 28 yards on the ground. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
60 Pittsburgh. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. You're out.
Begin. He's crashing. He's checking credit. Hit it.
To throw on second down. Skinner sliding out of the pocket. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Ready. 50, plant.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Down. 15 line. 15 line.
Check 15.
Shoot.
On second down, Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Kill. Watch the ship.
Squeeze. Snap.
Now a give, right side. Taylor. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now it's Breida. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Okay, ready? Hey, exit.
Man, I got you.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Robertson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Check 26.
Hey, Charlie.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation instead. Tried to get it all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on the first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says.
Ready up.
50. Set the tone, defense.
Silent. 64. Wait. Get it.
Cook following the penalty. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Right there. Baby.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Escaping the pressure right. That one complete to Hill. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
50. Hey, come on.
Recon, 152 fighter.
Off play action. Skinner. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Throwing on first down. Skinner. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
Check Mike 50. Woo-hoo. Go Mike 50. Mike
Move.
Here we go, D. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Snap.
On first down, Skinner. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Hey.
Looking to throw. Robertson. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Robertson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
94.
Here we go. Tighten up. Kill. Turn up.
On 1st and 10, Skinner buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Don't get nervous.
80 weapon.
He's checking. Crash.
Get it.
To throw again. Skinner eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Check out.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
First down, Minnesota.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is good. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Back to throw. Skinner. And got his man complete. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield. 3rd down here.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D.
Topper!
2nd and 5. And this is Parker, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Let's get X3. 218, Chopper. Ready?
On first down, Cook. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Skinner. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Looking to throw. Skinner. It gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Pilot, 64, weak.
They'll run for it with Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
We go! 70, Indy. Hey, snap.
They'll try to run with Madison, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that side.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6.
55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Recon. 155.
2nd and 13. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And out of bounds, this will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Ready to break.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Skinner. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They run. Cook. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Check, watch 54.
Go. Shoot.
On 3rd and 2, Skinner. It's complete to Watt. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Madison. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Going to run with Madison again. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The Vikings on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Skinner. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Aaron Donald, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
He'll have a 1st down past the 40. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Robertson. It's complete to Diggs. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. This is Breida. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
2nd and 6. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. They complete it to Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Able to shake him off, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A give to Cook out of the gun. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Skinner lets it fly for Thielen. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Fielded at the 20. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the...
A fight for the football and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
22 yards there, a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down. Skinner, and going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Look at me. Go. 5.
Throwing again. Skinner. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. We're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown. And that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Minnesota, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.